Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. On Friday of last week, I had the opportunity to visit the University of the Sunshine Coast, otherwise now known as USC, their clinical trial centre, and meet its director, Mr Lucas Letuka, and its staff. The clinical trial centre, like the USC Innovation Centre and the Thompson Institute, is yet another shining example of how the USC is leading the way in identifying needs in our community and filling them with creative innovation. The folks at USC tell me that they conducted a detailed analysis of the existing clinical trials industry. They found that the overwhelming majority of clinical trial opportunities are available in the major capital cities, while in regions like the coast, we suffer from poor coordination across sectors and skill shortages in a highly specialised clinical workforce. The coast had been missing out on as much as 75% of inbound opportunities like these clinical trial centres because of its lack of capacity. USC has identified a critical shortage in our region's capabilities, and it's acted to invest in our region's future to make a difference. Importantly, USC has sought to create not only an innovative clinical trial centre, but one which supports regionally relevant research. People on the Sunshine Coast deserve access to cutting-edge treatments and breakthrough therapies that are targeted to them. That is what the centre brings for local people. But in creating the centre, the university has also created a fundamentally patient-centric institute. In addition to a rigorous regime of informed consent, it is the first clinical trial centre in the world to require all sponsors and researchers to provide trial participants with a summary of the research findings and to thank them in the eventual research publications. The centre is housed in what we know as a GP superclinic established by the Abbott government. The Clinical Trial Centre brings together a network of 16 local health providers, including GPs, hospitals and specialists, to provide phase 2, 3, 4 and observational drug and device clinical trials. It has access to electrocardiography, respiratory function testing, neurophysiology and radiology services, and has its own refrigerated centrifuge. The centre is currently recruiting for a clinical trial into a cutting-edge triple therapy medicine for asthma. They have already completed recruitment for trials into cannabinoidal gel for epilepsy and treatments for osteoarthritis, COPD, emphysema and flu. Their flu trial, conducted for a first-time investigator, recruited 73 patients in just 6 weeks. As the centre grows and develops, it will actively draw an investment into our community from the pharmaceutical industry and hopefully from research teams all over the world.